Plants are like people. They require the right nutritional elements to grow and be healthy. Macroelements are nutrients required in larger quantities. Microelements are needed in very small quantities, but all these nutrients work together to ensure healthy growth. Plants get their nutrients through air, sun, water, and soil. However, many nutrients taken up via the soil are not necessarily available in the right quantities and combinations required for successful crop farming. When plants do not get the nutritional elements they require, it could cause a number of problems, from slow growth to malformations, diseases, and ultimately low yields. Nitrogen is needed for lush green growth and has a major influence on the size and quality of the yield. A shortage of this key nutrient is seen in stunted growth, pale green to yellow leaves, and reddening of maize cobs. Phosphorus is very important in early plant development. A shortage leads to underdeveloped, thin plants and leaves appearing dark green with hints of purple. Potassium promotes optimal root growth and healthy green foliage. Insufficient potassium results in discolored leaves and cobs with narrowed peaks and fewer seeds. Shortages of other macroelements like magnesium, calcium, and sulfur can also have a very negative impact on growth and yields. Microelements that have a major effect on production include boron and zinc. To prevent nutrient deficiencies and ensure healthy crops, the right fertilizer combination for your soil and your crops must be applied. The ideal is to take a sample of your soil and have it tested by a laboratory. This includes checking your soil pH, as soils with a too high acid or alkaline content can worsen problems associated with nutrient shortages. Testing your soil for nutrients will guide you to supply your crops with the right nutrients at the right time, all working together for optimum growth. Plant diseases can have a big impact on your crop quality and yield. It can also bring about serious health problems for humans and animals consuming the crop. Plant diseases are caused by certain fungi, bacteria, and viruses known as pathogens. Disease-causing pathogens are opportunists. They need a susceptible host and a conducive environment to spread. Weak plants are generally vulnerable and therefore susceptible to disease. That's why the right soil pH and nutrients are so important. Environmental conditions can play a large role in plant disease. Some pathogens strike in times of high temperatures and drought. Others, such as fungi causing ear and stalk rot, occur in very moist conditions. Disease-causing pathogens can also be carried to the plant through insects. Maize streak disease is a virus spread by leafhoppers. It's a triangle of connectivity. So, to control disease, you have to have an integrated approach. Production practices are very important in the control of plant disease. Crop rotation helps to prevent disease, as different crops are host to different diseases. You need to allow enough time for the decomposition of plant material to kill the life cycles of the pathogens prone to attacking that crop. It is important to know which diseases are hosted by which plants, and then plan your rotation. Tillage also helps to control disease, as some diseases are harbored by the stubble on the land. Another aspect to consider is planting date. Planting earlier or later can reduce the risk of particular diseases. Certain seed cultivars have been developed to have resistance against specific diseases. To select a suitable cultivar, first identify which disease is prevalent in your area. There are also different chemical products registered for dealing with disease. Note that these were developed for treatment of a specific disease and crop under specific conditions and should be used exactly as indicated. Plant stress can be caused by factors like high soil acidity, unbalanced nutrition, insect damage, as well as too much moisture, heat, or cold. In this way, leaf diseases mainly occur in high rainfall areas. Although you cannot control the weather, you can strengthen the immunity of plants by checking your soil's nutrient balance and controlling harmful pests. In short, to manage disease, you have to break at least one of the legs of the disease triangle. And to do that, you need to consider all factors within your control. Certain insects can cause major damage to your lands. These insects may change shape across seasons and live off your crop, from the planted seed all the way to the cob. Examples of insects that feed on maize seed and seedlings include wireworms, larvae of the spotted maize beetle, and cutworms. These insects reduce the emerged plant population